That same need for voter integrity in the process of voting is the same integrity we need in our public officials. I'm sure you would agree with that.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. I got to ask you these questions, and these are tough questions to ask you, but and if you follow this program and you've been listening to this over the years, one of the things that's a sticking point to me, and I've dug and dug at public requests, public records requests, and the more I learn about this, the more I am upset personally. We have a disclaimer on here. The views of this program are the host, and I will tell you these are my views. But I'm a little upset when I dig into this Mississippi Hospital Association. And I know, and to be honest with you, didn't even realize that these two things would intersect until a couple of weeks ago, and I've asked for, and we have gotten more public records requests. And everybody knows that there's been an issue in the news recently about the governor and Medicaid and Mississippi Hospital Association regarding the Medicaid assessments of hospitals. And then I find out that your law firm, Wise, Carter, and Caraway, is suing the governor.
Well, there was a lawsuit brought last year. I wasn't involved in that. I have about 50 lawyers in my law firm, and we've represented the Hospital Association a long time. I will say that I take great pains to make sure I comply with the ethical laws. I make sure I get an ethics opinion if there's any question, and I've been a champion of ethics reform in many regards, and will continue.
Right, let me tell you what my problems are here with it, Charlie, if you don't mind. You are a shareholder. You cannot separate profits. If you've made money, and we've asked, and the state auditors ask, the Attorney General hasn't been front with this, but we've asked over and over for the records of the audit. An audit has been done. Not all of the information is forthcoming. I have the information here. One of the things is we don't know how much your law firm is paid. We have a hospital association that apparently you represent. Your firm represents, which you make ultimately the profits. And again, I'm wondering if there's an ethical breach here. Because a lot of people didn't know that you represented the hospital association, your law firm.
Paul, there is
your law firm that you are a part of represents the Mississippi Hospital Association, Charlie. The Hospital Association went in a deal through the state legislature, and apparently you felt like there was some problems with this, because on 3 different occasions you asked for legislation, did you not, to recuse that or to at least provide some type of immunity?
No, there's no connection there. It is clear.
Wait a minute. Senate Concurrent Resolution 502. You did this in 2000, you did this in 2001, and you did this in 2002 by Senator Ross. The Section 109, no public official or member of the legislature shall be interested directly or indirectly in any contract with the state or any district, county, city, town thereof, authorized by any past or order made by any board of which he may be or may have been a member during the term for which he shall have been chosen or within 1 year after the expiration of such term. You wanted to add a line in there that said if he voted on the law or order authorizing such contract, that line would have bypassed you or given you some type of insulation or immunity. Because you didn't vote, you recused yourself from that vote. As the law stands now, there is a question of ethics violation.
No, that's not a problem.
Why did you do this 3 times? You did it in 2000, you did it in 2001, did it in 2002.
Let me address that. And you're bringing this up. First, I thought about it in a long time. I take great pains to comply with the ethics law. Now, Section 109 is a convoluted law, and the interpretation has changed many times. I mean, it's okay for a legislator who's married to a school teacher to vote on an education issue, but it's not okay for an employee of a company that sells to the state.
The Mississippi Hospital Association, and here's the other part that really disturbs me. The Mississippi Hospital Association had a law that's, and you were part and parcel to this one, and I'm trying to find the information I've had here, and it's so much. But when it came time for the Hospital Association to be chosen by the state legislature as the firm that was going to handle these Medicaid payments, the dish payments, You were present and voted on that one where the law was changed from may choose the Hospital Association. Charlie Ross is on record as voting to change that to shall, which simply meant the Hospital Association would now handle all of the dish payments, which, and I have no idea how much we're talking about, in the tens of millions of dollars, if not hundreds of millions of dollars, on a yearly basis, which means the money came from Medicaid in Washington into the Department of Medicaid, DOM, and from the Department of Medicaid went to the supplier or the company that was issuing these to the hospitals. That was the Mississippi Hospital Association. They were doing it for $5 million a year, and we just re-upped that with a new firm that's doing it for $186,000. Charlie, between $5 million and $186,000, there is a vast amount of money. We don't know where that money went. I look at your letter from your law firm, and they're not willing to give the information as far as salaries or anything else.
Well, Paul, we represented the Hospital Association for a number of years, and there's nothing wrong with representing a private client and on a set fee. And there's nothing wrong with a law firm representing a private client and drafting a contract that the client asks you to draft, even if it's with the state. Now, the question
even
is...
if you're making money on this, even if you're a partner in the lawsuit and you're voting on this.
I've got ethics opinions that address it.
Oh, you do have an ethics opinion?
The question is...
Wait a minute. Can you show me the ethics opinion you have?
I don't have it with me.
Well, can you get it to me?
I didn't know you were bringing this up, but yeah, I'll look for it. The question is whether... I guess you said Medicaid. I wasn't even aware of this contract back at that time. First I heard was on your show or in the Clarion Ledger. The question is...
Wait a minute. Your law firm is handling this, and you've voted to recuse yourself 3 times on this. How could you not know about it?
I didn't vote to recuse myself on that.
Did you vote on? Were you present? Because your vote shows that you were not present at the Senate vote.
I was not present. I was present.
Was not present on a couple of them.
Paul, you'll have to show me what you're looking at.
All right.
You're talking about 2 things here. You're talking about the Hospital Association. You're talking about Section 109, I think.